We believe in supporting and nurturing our extended sporting whānau, working towards promoting a healthy group activity that kids, parents and friends love. We want everyone to feel invited. It is in our DNA. We are accessible to all. We are football in Aotearoa. We are the beautiful game and we are proud to be the largest sporting whānau in New Zealand.
Good afternoon and welcome to quarterfinal action in the Chatham Cup. Miramar Rangers against Auckland City FC, a cracking game of football in prospect this afternoon. And welcome to a sun-drenched Wellington and David Farrington Park in Miramar in the capital's eastern suburbs. The scene of many a titanic battle in years gone past, and we're expecting another one very much similar this afternoon. My name's Jason Pine, a pleasure to be here as your commentator today for what we hope will be an exciting quarter-final clash in the Chatham Cup. Let's have a look now at how the two teams have reached this stage in the competition, starting with the home side Miramar Rangers, who have had a relatively unencumbered path to this stage. A 5-0 win over Havelock North Wanderers to start, followed by a 4-1 victory over North Wellington, sharing the goals around with 9 different goal scorers in those two matches. And then it was the Sam Mason-Smith show in the last outing against Lower Hutt City, a 4-1 win there. So relatively easy passage, you might say, for Miramar Rangers to get to this point. Let's have a look at the visitors, Auckland City, and in the first couple of rounds they were in free scoring, goal scoring action. 7-0 winners over Ellerslie and 7-2 over Tauranga City AFC. Dylan Manicum a hat-trick in the latter of those two games, but then they were pushed all the way in the last round by Birkenhead United. The game went to extra time. Birkenhead actually led 3-2 during extra time before Cameron Howison scored the equaliser, and it was to the dreaded penalty shootout, and Auckland City prevailing 3-1 in the penalty shootout. So a couple of contrasting paths to the quarter-final stage here in Wellington today. Let's hear now from the two coaches. Miramar Rangers coach Scott Hales, they say you're only as good as your last performance. You had a loss, a rare loss last week. How much has that been dwelt on as you look forward to today?
Last week was really important that we did actually lose. It's our first loss of the season. Our performance was probably a 5 out of 10. Fair play to Lower Hutt, but we've talked all week about if it comes at the right time, you have to have a reaction. And today, we're looking for that reaction. We're going to be playing a very good Auckland City team. But when we're top of our game, then we're a match for anybody in the country. So the reaction is the most important thing today.
As far as cup football is concerned, is there a difference with league football? Have you prepared any differently than you would for a league game? No different. Obviously, all the analysis and everything you can get via, the different platforms are there for us to observe and for us to watch and plan for. So we've just planned exactly how we would have, apart from there's just been a little bit more of an edge at training because people who were in the team or not in the team have seen it as an opportunity where they need to maintain their spot. And all players can come in and take their spot purely because of the performance last week. So training this week has had an edge, which, like I say, if the reaction is right, it's come at the right time. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Well, Jose Figueroa, welcome back to Wellington in your role as Auckland City coach. Have you approached today any differently than you would a league match?
No, look, these games are obviously one-off games, and look, we're a team that wants to be on the front foot, and we're coming here to progress to the next round, and we want to try and do that in 90 minutes today.
The players on the Miramar Rangers side are fairly familiar to you. Has that assisted you in preparing for what they might bring today?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously you get to know some of their tendencies and their habits and how they like to play, and obviously with Scott and a little bit with his approach, but having watched them a fair bit this year, they're obviously they're their own side in their own right, so we've done our homework, and we'll be ready for what they throw at us today.
The Chatham Cup's a fairly famous competition. It's highly sought after. Do you get that feeling from your players? They'd love to be Chatham Cup winners, some of these guys?
Absolutely, and any player, any trophy, any opportunity you've got to get your hands on something, it's the games and competitions you want to be a part of. So yeah, look, we come down here really excited. Should be two top teams going toe to toe, and let's bring it on.
Good luck today.
Thank you. Cheers.
Those are the thoughts of the two coaches. Let's have a look at the teams they'll line up for us today, starting with the home side, Miramar Rangers. Zach Jones is the goalkeeper, a back four of Aaron Spain, Scott Midgley, Taylor Shrivers and Jake Williams. A midfield trio comprising Sam Dewar, Ollie White and Andy Bevan. And up front, Harris Zeb, Sam Mason-Smith and João Moreira. For Auckland City today, Connor Tracy is the goalkeeper. Their back four is Jordan Vale, Brian Keltack, Mario Beelin and Sam Brotherton. In midfield, Mario Illich sitting just in behind Cam Howison and Reed Drake. And a high-octane front three, Dylan Manicum, Maya Bevan and Angus Kilcolly. So just about set for a start here at David Farrington Park in the capital. You couldn't have ordered a better day, really, for a game of football. You never really know at the back end of July what Wellington will produce, but today it has produced an absolute cracker. Sunshine, very little wind. Any wind that is coming is just a light breeze from the south, which is the right to left as we look. Referee Kelvin Berg just making sure everything is in readiness. Auckland City in the white, kicking from right to left as we look. And Miramar Rangers in the blue and black, kicking from left back towards the right. Kelvin Berg is happy. And away we go at David Farrington Park. Chatham Cup quarter-final action between Miramar Rangers and Auckland City FC. One of 4 quarter-finals, all kicking off around now. One is across town, Western Suburbs against Melville United at Endeavour Park. Hamilton Wanderers taking on Cashmere Technical at Porritt Stadium in Hamilton. And North Shore United at home to Otago University at Allen Hill Stadium on Auckland's North Shore. But we're going to keep you up with all the action from David Farrington Park as these two powerhouses of club football go head-to-head. Both are having excellent league seasons during which they have pretty much swept all before them. Auckland City, though, highly credentialed, and even as the visitors, they perhaps have slight favouritism today. Let's see how it all plays out in front of us. Mario Beelin with an early touch. He and Brian Keltack, a well-established centre-back pairing. Cam Howison has drifted out towards the right-hand side and frees up Jordan Vale. Jake Williams with a good early challenge, and Sam Mason-Smith looking to make it difficult on the far side. Is there some early intent there? Williams has come away with it. Keltack's going to make it difficult for him and eventually out for a Miramar Rangers throw. Miramar haven't lost in their last 21 league and cup games here at David Farrington Park. The last time they lost here was the 6th of July 2019. Since then they've won 18 and drawn 3 games on this patch of grass, scoring 82 goals and conceding just 19. They love it here. There's Maya Bevan, the All Whites international and recent returnee from South Africa. Fellow All White Sam Brotherton playing out on the left-hand side of an Auckland City back four today. Vale looks up and sees the run of Howison. Going to try and cushion the header and pick it up on the challenge from Midgley. Here's Manicum. He comes together with Ollie White, gets the better of him. Dylan Manicum goes down in the box, and the referee, Kelvin Berg, says, up you get, Dylan Manicum. There's nothing wrong with that. So a bit of a nervous moment for the Miramar Rangers fans on the deck above the goal that they're currently defending as Dylan Manicum went to deck there under challenge, but Kelvin Berg, the referee, saw nothing wrong with it. Auckland City are having some sort of season. They've played 19 games this season for 17 wins, a draw and just a solitary league defeat to North Shore United back on the 1st of May. 66 goals they've scored and only 19 conceded, and they have scored in every one of their 19 games this season. We welcome you in wherever you may be viewing this live stream, and in particular to the Auckland City fans who have gathered at Kiwatia Street to watch this one. Great to have you with us from the capital as your team does battle with Miramar Rangers and has probably had the better of the first 3 minutes or so here, certainly in terms of possession. Miramar finding it hard to get a kick of the football. Connor Tracy in goal today for Auckland City, preferred to Cameron Brown, who's among the Auckland City reserves. Vale seeing plenty of the ball early. Williams is touch tight. Beelan looking for Bevan, but Aaron Spain is in the way. Stoops to head that one out. So back four for Miramar of Aaron Spain at right back, Taylor Shrivers, Scott Midgley and Jake Williams. They'll have some work to do with this impressive front three. That one went out off the boot of Reed Drake. Brotherton couldn't quite keep it in. But Manikin, Bevan and Kilcolly, what a impressive front three that is for the visitors today. The attacking workload for Miramar Rangers will fall mainly to Sam Mason-Smith and Jao Mordata. 27 goals between them in league and cup matches so far this season, those two. Bevan also is a threat and helps this one on. Broken up, and Drake goes back to Beelan. This will be a familiar theme from Auckland City. They love to hold on to the football, loath to go long too often from the back. More likely to do exactly this, look to pass it out. Caltech at the sunshine on the eastern side of the ground. Miramar Rangers just letting Auckland City have it at the moment, deep in their own defensive third. Kilcolly couldn't quite bring that one down. A few protests from Auckland City players that he was perhaps being fouled, but doesn't matter because Kilcolly's going to break away with the ball now, driving into the penalty area. Midgley with a pretty important intervention, and Williams completes the clearance and earns the throw. Angus Kilcolly, of course, has spent time in the capital playing football down here. 17 goals for Angus Kilcolly this season. He's played 17 games, 15 goals in the league and a couple in the Chatham Cup as well. Zach Jones, an ever-present in goal for Miramar Rangers this season. 15 league games and 3 in the Cup. He's played every minute. Harris Zeb looking to put pressure on Brotherton, but calm play there from the All Whites defender. There's been a bit of interest in Sam Brotherton, I understand, from one or two clubs across the Tasman. Maybe some more news to come on that in the days ahead. Howison. Can Bevan haul this one in? He can't quite. It was always looking a bit big for him, Maya Bevan, and unable to control it from his All Whites teammate Cam Howison. So there are 3 players in the Auckland City side with All Whites experience, and one on the bench as well. Adam Mitchell among the substitutes with 4 All Whites games. Cam Howison, 13 in the white shirt. Sam Brotherton has a dozen All Whites games to his name, and Maya Bevan with 6, during which he scored a couple of goals. So there's real international pedigree amongst the Auckland City side. Plenty of players on both sides who have been age group internationals as well. Harris Zeb with the first opportunity to run at Brotherton, which he just loves to do. Zeb gets away from him, and it comes Mordata! Well, against the run of play, you have to say Miramar Rangers have taken an 8-minute lead. Put it down to Harris Zeb, who came in and out again past Sam Brotherton, and as he put the ball into the area, Jao Mordata, unerring, might have been his first touch of the game, and has put Miramar into a 1-0 lead. What a good piece of build-up work by Harris Zeb, who's getting the congratulations from those on the bench, but it was an assured finish from Jao Mordata, his 11th goal of the season, and Miramar Rangers, who hardly had the ball really, you have to say, have taken a 1-0 lead. Composed finish from Jao Mordata. He knows where the back of the net is, that's for sure, and he found it there. Tracy without a prayer. Well, we love early goals in football matches. They tend to get the excitement levels up, and the best laid plans from both coaches have to be altered. Zeb is told by his coach Scotty Hales that he had to win that one, and he did. In fact, it was Aaron Spain who won it. And it's Miramar side who are pressing when the situation calls for it. They're not pressing every time, but when they see an opportunity to perhaps put a bit of pressure on the Auckland City back four, they're taking it. Mitchley looking for Morera. Flag is going to go up as João Morera had straight into an offside position as he looked for a brace. The goal scorer already today, João Morera. And he sniffed another one there. Well, that's a real boost for Miramar Rangers. So early in this one, composed finish in the build-up from Zeb. He's been such a dangerous player for Miramar Rangers during the winter months. He's been pretty much an ever-present. 14 league starts and 3 in the cup. He's contributed 5 goals as well, but his bread and butter really, Harris Zeb, is setting them up for others, and gee, what a job he did of it then. Auckland City, though, will not be disconsolate by any stretch of the imagination. They'd had probably 75 to 80% of the ball before that goal. Zach Jones is just about giving that one away. Aaron Spain nips in and diffuses the would-be attack. Comes together with Brotherton. Aaron Spain's had an energetic start to this one. Plenty of goals in the Auckland City. There's, as I say, absolutely no need to panic with so long to go in the game. As I mentioned before, they've scored 66 goals in 19 games this season and have scored in every one of those matches, so they'll be confident that they can get themselves back into this one, no problem at all. Beelan forced to go long towards Kilcolly. Shriver's over the top of him. The captain Dewar, he can't quite find Ollie White. There's Zeb again looking to switch play. Good ball at Mason Smith, who couldn't quite control it, but it turned out okay as Morera and Williams are there in support. Errant pass from Ollie White in the white boots this afternoon. Auckland City looking to switch play through Hallison, who's seen Maya Bevan off on a run, a bit narrow for him though, and Spain there all the way to shepherd it back to Zach Jones in goal for Miramar. Shoving it back by Morata on Jordan Vale that time. Seems to think it was a fair shoulder charge. I think just about everybody in the ground disagreed, including the most important one, Kelvin Berg, the referee. Good pressing by Harris Zeb there on Sam Brotherton. He couldn't go forward, so they'll go back out the other side. Dylan Manikin's dropping very deep to pick up the ball, and it's worked out okay now because he's just about found Kilcolly with the ball. Such an energetic player, Dylan Manikin, and so dangerous in the attacking third, but dropping into midfield fairly regularly in the early part of this game. Hallison is controlling things in midfield. Finds Brotherton, and now Bevan. 2 19s together, Bevan and Zeb. Forced to go back, and once again we'll see the patience of this Auckland City side to the fore, no doubt. Manikin, just a touch of trying to get away from Midgley, but he is such an accomplished defender, Scott Midgley, that Manikin got no change out of that one. They have got it back though, Auckland City, and that one was behind Bevan as he made a run into the penalty area. Jordan Vale and Maya Bevan trying to combine in the attacking third. Approaching the 15-minute mark here in Wellington. João Morera's goal separating the sides. And there is Morera now looking to cause more problems. He stayed on side towards Mason Smith. The ball across the face of goal. Mason Smith just couldn't quite get there. Is there, though, for Zeb, who's been really good early. Headed up by Mario Ilic. Moreira's still there. Auckland City having trouble clearing this one. Back it comes, and the shot from White into Ilic. White again! And just wide from Ollie White. Well, the first shot cannoned into a defender, Ilic, I think, and then back to Ollie White. And off the left foot. That looked good off it, but just wide of that post. Hope you're enjoying the replays we can provide you on the live stream this afternoon. I'm a bit blind as far as that's concerned, but I know that you're seeing them. Aaron Spain again, a good challenge in the air there. Given away though by Zeb, and Auckland City will no doubt try and pass their way out of this one, as is their traditional style. Manicum looking to run from deep. White is in hot pursuit. And eventually it all fizzled out for Auckland City. But Dylan Manicum is clearly a player who Auckland City want to see on the ball a lot. Here he is again now, and he's all the way over on the left-hand side, not able to control that one. Such a dangerous player, though. Leland helps it forward. Spain in the way of Kilcolley's attempted control. So Maya Bevan has switched sides. He's all the way over on the right now as Manicum's come to the left. Angus Kilcolley playing in the centre forward role. Bevan's going to try and get some change out of Scott Midgley. That's not easy to do. Wonderful from Scott Midgley. That is very composed defending by the Miramar Rangers centre-back. Just about an ever-present for Team Wellington during the last Summer League, and such a reliable player for Scotty Hale, who of course coached that Team Wellington side and is also in charge of Miramar Rangers in the winter.
No.
Miramar Rangers, 4-time Chatham Cup winners, most recently in 2010. Three-1 winners in 2010 over Bay Olympic. They also won it in 1966, 1992 and 2004. Beaten finalists in 1982. So it's been 11 years since they were last in a final. Miramar Rangers, they'd desperately love to get back to another, obviously. The heritage of Auckland City, of course, takes in the significant achievements of Central United in club football. Footballing powerhouse in New Zealand, and themselves 5-time Chatham Cup winners, 1997 and 1998, 2005, 2007 and 2012, when not far from here at Newtown Park in the capital, they hammered Lower Hutt City 6-1. On the score sheet that day, Ivan Visilic, who is among the Auckland City coaching staff these days. He was actually also a goal scorer in that 1998 final, would you believe? A 5-0 win over Dunedin Technical. Callison and Dewar. It's going to be a battle to enjoy. Sam Dewar is a 100%er, and he's turned it over there. Mason Smith with only more out at our head. Ollie White joins in. Jake Williams raiding up outside. White decides against the pass and then got himself into a bit of a tangle. Dewar's going to reclaim possession for the Blue and Blacks.
Harris, get inside! Run! Harris, go inside! And again, Harris!
Little period of possession for Miramar Rangers here. Midgley, an uncharacteristic error, giving it away to Bevan. Can they break quickly, Auckland City? Kilcolley, though, is forced back.
Harris, change your mind. Quick! Harris, good. Stay narrow. Good, there we go, Jay!
Williams in on Vale, but he's got away from him. Heavy touch though, and it was the original foul by Williams on Vale that referee Kelvin Berg has seen then as Jordan Vale, another terrifically experienced footballer, cut inside, and Williams just nicked him as he did so. High-paced opening 20 minutes here in Wellington. Jean Morera has the goal that separates the two teams. Scored in the 8th minute. Harris Zeb with the low cross and Jean Morera with the composed finish. Clever little touch from Williams there. I think he thought he was fouled as he got that one away. Morera, Bevan. First time football from Miramar, lovely. Here's Harris Zeb, who's I'm sure keen to have another go at Brotherton and knew what was coming and has forced him wide. Bit of a cul-de-sac now for Harris Zeb. Can he get something out of it? He has won a throw. Uncompromising clearance from Beelan. Header from Dewar. It's found its way through to Morera. He and Mason Smith looking to exchange passes. Little dink into the path he hoped of Mason Smith. Celtic with the header. Still there for the home side. Not now though. And there could be a counter-attack on here, but Celtic's pass to Bevan was just a bit much. A bit heavy.
Harris, if Zhao gets it, you might have a couple of those in, yeah? Get up the pitch. Get up the pitch. Get up. Get up.
Ball's in midfield again to Howison. First time ball from Kilcolly to Bevan.
Dewar behind you.
Only Mannequin is up with Bevan and Kilcolly. He's been forced into the corner, and that one has gone across the touchline to the delight of the home fans over there.
Now, Reno. Very good. If we can pause, come out to you. There, if we can pause, come out to you.
Talked about Auckland City's season. Miramar Rangers have had a pretty good one as well. 18 games they've played this season, 14 wins, 3 draws, just the 1 loss, and that was last weekend when they went down 4-2 to Lower Hutt City. You heard Scott Hales talk about that in his pre-game, saying that as soon as that game was over, he said, right, you need to react to that and pick yourselves up again, which they certainly have done in the first 20 minutes or so here.
Where are you, Harris? Come on! Stay in the game!
Kilcolly, he's going to make things difficult here as he Midgley with a vital intervention. That would have gone through to Maya Bevan in the 6-yard box. Auckland City still have it, although Aaron Spain's going to try and break it up. Mannequin in there with those quick feet. Dylan Mannequin lines up the shot. Right behind that one and into the hands of Zach Jones. Just started to wobble a bit in the air, but Jones was secure. He's only let 15 goals in 18 games this season, 4 of those last week, so he's been very secure in goal for Miramar Rangers this season. Steady stream of advice coming from Scott Hales, the Miramar Rangers coach. Not far from where we're broadcasting on the western touchline here, in the shade at David Farrington Park. Mario Illich had a spell at Team Wellington, but has played most of his football in the city of Sales. Accomplished fulcrum at the base of Auckland City's midfield. Halfway through the first half here in Wellington. Miramar Rangers with the 1-0 lead. Kilcolly looked like he was getting a tug on the shirt there from Midgley. Referee didn't think so, and Rangers come away with it.
Out the other way, out the other way, out the other way.
Jordan Vale saw that one coming a long way out. Tried to find Bevan with the header, couldn't. His captain, Dewar for Miramar. Bevan's in that little hole where he can do some destructive work. Looking for the run of Zeb. Hasn't got on the ball quite as much as you would normally see from Andy Bevan. He's a real live wire between the lines for Miramar Rangers, with Mason Smith and Morera operating higher. Bevan seems to drift into those spaces almost at will. Allison and White together. What a battle. That's a foul by White. Referee lets it go. Jordan Vale. And he's stopped, is he, by Williams? No, he's not. He's got away from him. Jordan Vale, and then the last piece of the puzzle he couldn't quite complete. Scott Hales telling Jake Williams, his left back, to stay on his feet in those situations. Jordan Vale was able to skip past him. Good energy about this game. Beelan gives it away off the head to Mason Smith. Now Morella looking for the run of Williams outside him. Instead he goes into the inside left channel where Mason Smith is. Keltack read it well. Bevan and Illich together, and Illich getting the better of his former teammate that time, Mannequin. No space to run, so goes inside to Reed Drake. Bevan is outside him. Why Bevan, that is, into the area. Jiva's back, getting it away.
Harris behind you!
Still there for Auckland City. Dylan Mannequin.
Runners! Follow the runners! Andy, get up! Yep, here we go. Squeeze!
Brotherton. Mannequin is pressured by Spain. Was it a push in the back? No, says referee Berg. Just to throw Auckland City.
That's not a foul. Higher! Higher! Get up!
Keltack diagonal pass out towards the left wing. Mannequin. And flag up on the far side. Dylan Mannequin had drifted beyond the last defender. Offside. Chance to catch their breath for the Miramar Rangers rearguard. If you're just joining us, welcome in wherever you may be watching this live stream. This is quarter-final action in the Chatham Cup. The last 8 sides remaining in the competition this year. Miramar Rangers 1-0 lead is courtesy of Jean Morera's 8th-minute goal. Allison sees the run of Reed Drake. Spain was aware of it. Ryan Bevan calms things down and recalibrates over towards the right. Of course, there was no Chatham Cup competition in 2020. Miramar Rangers beaten in the last 16 2 years ago by Wellington Olympic 3-1, and Central United going out, as Auckland City were back then, in round 4, 3-1 losers to Bay Olympic. Howison. Vale nice and high. He loves it up there, literally with the head in the way. Morera back trying to defend Howison. And he does it pretty well, actually, Jean Morera. He's making it really difficult for Cam Howison there, and they've gone all the way back into their own half and might even have to go back to their goalkeeper. Beelan looking for a run of Brotherton. It was always a bit ambitious from Mario Beelan. Pretty free-flowing first half hour here. Haven't heard too much of Calvin Berg's whistle, which is always a good indication that the teams are wanting to play, and these two teams, you know you're going to get that.
Come on!
Mario Belan. Maya Bevan was his target. Midgley calm enough to bring it down on his chest. Vale now looking for Kilcolly, and again it was Midgley with the flying interception. Seems to be the right-hand side that Auckland City are keenest on exploiting. They're using Vale and Maya Bevan down the right more often than they are coming down the left, with the likes of Brotherton and Manicum, who's over this side at the moment. I seem to think there's more change to be had over on the right-hand side. Now they'll try their luck down the left, will they? No way forward as Zeb closed Brotherton down. Once again they'll go right. Williams needs to get closer to Vale in the opinion of his coach, Cam Howison. Now Brotherton. Straight into the chest of Harris Zeb. And behind for a corner. Animation on both benches as Howison and Manicum go across to construct some sort of corner kick strategy here. Half an hour gone in Wellington with the home side ahead 1-0. First opportunity from a corner for Auckland City as Manicum delivers well. Headed away by Midgley. Shot comes in from Reed Drake, and now from Mario Illich. A wry smile there from Mario Illich as that one flew wide.
Up we go!
The last 15 minutes of each half has statistically been where both of these sides have been at their best this season. Interestingly, in the last 15 minutes of the first half, they have an identical goals scored and conceded stat. They've both scored 12 and conceded just 1 in the last 15 minutes of the first half this season. So it's a fairly productive time for both teams. Can Auckland City find an equaliser in this little 15-minute quadrant, or perhaps can Miramar Rangers extend this lead? Williams in there on Vale, and you can tell from the instructions being given by Scott Hales that he wants his left back Jake Williams to be nice and high up the pitch. Doesn't want Jordan Vale having room to run into.
Go on!
Tracy goes long to Kilcolly, chest it down, but Reed Drake can't control. Shrivers to Morera, he tries that little flick into the path of Bevan. That was a nice idea from Jean Morera. Well controlled by Kilcolly, under pressure from Taylor Shrivers. That could be a bit big by Tracy, but cushioned header by Brotherton. Kilcolly through on Dewar, and now a chance for Kilcolly to turn and run into some real estate. Misplaced pass though, and could this perhaps turn into a counter-attack with Jake Williams at the heart of it? He sees Morera wide right. Here's Jean Morera. Well, I'm not sure that was a shot really. I think he was trying to turn that back into the path of either Bevan or Sam Mason-Smith, and just for a second it was looping up, but Connor Tracy was well positioned.
Well done. Well done. Quality in there, boys. Take him away. Come on, it's a touch and a finish. Got to give him the ball. Now, here from you, yeah. Harris, follow.
Don't have live stats for you, but the feel of this game is that Auckland City have the advantage as far as possession is concerned. They've certainly seemed anyway to have been the team with the ball most often. Miramar Rangers though with the lead. Brotherton, first time cross is a good one. Jones punches and it's just wide of Kilcolly. Now Tracy and Mason Smith together, a bit of a collision there, and Tracy has stayed down. They need to put that out because Connor Tracy is nursing an injury there from his collision with Sam Mason Smith. Nothing malicious, they just came together. There's the pass back from Beelan, didn't quite have the legs, and Tracy had to hair out of his goal. Now he's been given the ball, and hopefully it's one of those he can just sort of run off. I think Connor Tracy would probably prefer this ball was up the other end so he could give himself a bit of self-treatment on that bang he's taken on the knee. Auckland City obliged through Dylan Manicum through the heart of midfield. Tries to combine with Reid Drake, but his pass is uncharacteristically misplaced. Full press from Auckland City. Foul, but it's false to Maya Bevan. They're going to keep going. Referee Kelvin Burke's decided to play the advantage. Here's Vale. Is there something at the end of it? Might be from Manicum. Inatupa Karai, the goalkeeping coach for Auckland City, has come off the bench to inquire as to the health of Connor Tracy. Meantime, there's an injury at the other end. Could be Sam Dewar, I think, who is in perhaps need of some attention from the bench. Connor Tracy is again asked if he's okay. He's given the thumbs up. So he's made of tough stuff. Connor Tracy, that really was a heavy collision with Sam Mason Smith. Dewar is still sitting down in his own penalty area. Back on his feet now, though, the Miramar Rangers captain. Good chance for Auckland City there as they broke forward. The cross from Vale, and Manicum couldn't quite get the purchase on it and put it up onto the roof of the clubhouse. For the final 10 minutes of the first half.
No, not over you. Go on. Go on.
Good close control from Manicum. Kilcolly down the line. And Reid Drake's going to hair after it. Midgley there, though, with a bit of a head start. And goes back to Shrivers, who helps it away. Harris Zeb with some quick feet. Now he's got a couple of options. Manicum gets back, though. Slides it to Bevan. Great control of Andy Bevan. Miramar struggling to clear this, and foul given. So it all fizzles out for Auckland City, who thought they were away there through Reid Drake. Good battle playing out here between these two. Shrivers bangs it long. Beelan should win that okay. Bevan makes it difficult for him. Helped into the area by Morada. Mason Smith has done really well. Geez, good in the penalty area. Finds Williams and calls for handball. Keltack had his arms behind his back. Referee in close attendance. Corner given. Saw the value in the experience of Sam Mason Smith there. Just knows where to put his body when the ball's dropping. Able to create things for his team. Midgley and Shrivers have gone forward for this one. Jake Williams just on the edge of the area. Only Spain back from Miramar. Short one. Bevan back. Plan move here. Goes back out to Ollie White. Into a crowded 6-yard box. Good firm punch by Connor Tracy.
Stay central, don't worry about the rollout.
Andy Bevan has managed to keep that one in under real pressure from Murray Ehrlich. Did the hard bit and then couldn't quite keep it in on the far side. 7 minutes plus stoppages left here in the first half at David Farrington Park.
Get out, Jake! Ready.
Dewar seems to have recovered from his earlier knock. Williams looking for the diagonal run of Morera, the goal scorer. Williams again, Manikim's back, and they go to ground. Ball still there, referee said that's okay, so Dylan Manikim's going to dribble it out from his own byline. I don't mind it. Zeb in on Brotherton, and Brotherton in on Harris Zeb. Zeb stayed down. He's gingerly getting to his feet now. He's okay. Miramar Rangers bench thought there might have been a foul. In the meantime, it's up the other end. Williams keeps it in, cut out by Illich. I'm going to say Jake Williams is a very, very attacking fullback. You get the feeling he enjoys the attacking side of the game probably a little bit more than the defensive side.
Come out. Take a step.
Manikin and Shrivers, assistant referee in close attendance, saw nothing wrong with the challenge. Clever into play on the left-hand side from Miramar. Ball into the area. Harris said might just be feeling that challenge because he didn't go after that one, and then it was a shove, was it, by Mason Smith? No, it was okay, says the assistant. Now Harris said with a chance, but he's given it away. And the experience of Brotherton to the fore there. And I just wonder whether Harris Seb isn't quite 100 after that challenge.
Andy, where are we? Yep, Harris. Harris, get out! Go on, here we go, go on! Andy, no! Harris! Keep going!
Into the final 5 minutes of a pretty compelling first half here. Just joining us, Jean Morera has the goal that has Miramar ahead, although Auckland City are going to get a free kick situation here as Maya Bevan is bundled over. So Illich and Howerton will come up with the course of action here, feeling with the, well, you don't know, I was thinking the left foot of Howerton, but maybe the right foot of Illich. No, he's going to leave it to Auckland City's number 7 to swing it away from Zach Jones and into a throng of bodies in and around the edge of the penalty area. Two-man wall comprising Andy Bevan and Harris Zeb. Allison looking for some of the tall timber perhaps in the box. Kilcolly's there, Brotherton, Bevan, Beelan, Keltack also good in the air. Illich in the penalty arc at the moment. Delivery's key. Delivery's pretty good. Headed away by Shrivers. There's Keltack, couldn't get it out from under his feet. Overhead kick by Kilcolly. Blocked in the 6-yard box by Spain and hacked away by White. Acrobatic effort from Angus Kilcolly. It might have come at a bit of a cost. No, it's actually not him. It's Maya Bevan who's struggling a bit in the penalty area. He obviously picked up a knock in amongst all of that. So there's been a few players in the wars. But Angus Kilcolly with the overhead attempt. Bevan still isn't quite right here. Maya Bevan, that is, for Auckland City. Brotherton runs into a cul-de-sac. Andy Bevan picks it up, only Mason Smith ahead of him. Zeb and Morera looking to construct something down the right. Instead it's into Dewar. They'll go out into the sunshine on the left. Williams has to track back to get it. Midgley driving deep, it's rare for him, giving it away though, and now Kilcolly's off on a run. Bevan's up with him and has found his feet. Kilcolly slips at the vital moment. That was looking promising, and Angus Kilcolly couldn't quite keep his feet. Grab it the other way. Spain, the heart of Auckland City's defence, where Caltech is always going to be favourite to win that. Ball forward now for Maya Bevan. He's got away from Spain just momentarily. Maya Bevan in the penalty area, sets up for the shot. Spain stayed with him and got a vital block, and it'll be behind for a corner. Aaron Spain was the equal of Maya Bevan there. He's an accomplished goal scorer, Maya Bevan. A couple of goals already since his return from South Africa into this Auckland City side. 2 league starts, 2 league goals. In the shadows of half-time here, as Howison goes across to once again bend this one into a crowded penalty area. Caltech was the man he was aiming for. I'm not sure that the officials know who that came off last. Kelvin Berg checked with his assistant referee. They've come to the conclusion that it's a goal kick. You can see fourth official Adam Clark below me here with the board. Can't imagine there'll be too many extra minutes to play. I'm going to pick one. Auckland City looking to create something as we go into added time at the end of the first half, which will just be the 1 minute, and they're going to have a free kick. So the visitors will have one final chance before the break to square the ledger here. Similar position to the free kick last time. Illich seems a little bit more interested in this one. Once again, the big men have all come forward. Only Jordan Vale is back for Auckland City. Miramar Rangers will be desperate to go in with a 1-0 lead. Can they achieve it? Illich, it's a bit short. And Dewar with the diving header. Vanakem scurries across and keeps it in really well. But as it turned out, he didn't keep it in because the flag's up on the far side. And our referee, Kelvin Berg, decides that that'll do for the first half. It's been a pretty compelling watch here at David Farrington Park in New Zealand's capital. And an 8-minute goal from João Moreira is the decisive moment of the first 45 minutes. Plenty of willing challenges and attacking endeavour from both sides. But as we go to the break here at half-time in this Chatham Cup Quarter Final, the scoreboard reads Miramar Rangers 1, Auckland City FC 0.
We believe in supporting and nurturing our extended sporting whānau, working towards promoting a healthy group activity that kids, parents and friends love. We want everyone to feel invited. It is in our DNA. We are accessible to all. We are football in Aotearoa. We are the beautiful game, and we are proud to be the largest sporting whānau in New Zealand.
Miramar Rangers have made a substitution at half time, with Jake Williams making way for number 10, George Akers.
Underway in the second half at David Farrington Park here. Chatham Cup Quarter Final action. Miramar Rangers lead Auckland City 1-0 at the break. Miramar Rangers have made a half-time substitution. Jake Williams has been replaced by George Akers, a straight swap at left back. I understand that Jake Williams is hopping on a plane tomorrow to head to the United States to take up a scholarship over there. Playing opportunity for Jake Williams, so he's played his part today. All he can do is watch on now and hope that his side can hold or extend this lead. Jean Moretta, the goal scorer after just 8 minutes. Miramar Rangers in black and blue, kicking from right to left as we look. That's south to north here at David Farrington Park. And Auckland City, our visitors, all in white today, kicking from left to right back towards the southern end of this famous ground. Named, of course, after the late great coach of this club, David Farrington. His son, Jamie, was a long-time player for Miramar Rangers. His widow, Jan, always here on match day, helping out in any way that she can. Pretty popular around these parts, the Farrington family. Howls of protest below us there as the throw-in goes the other way. So there are some high tempers out there. Some plentiful advice being given to the officials. Spain gets the better of Maya Bevan over there and then continues his run. That was good from Aaron Spain. Miramar Rangers constructing something nice here. Morella lets it go. Chance for George Akers to line one up. Gets it out from under his feet. Wouldn't quite come out for him at the first attempt, and it was Connor Tracy who saw it coming from a long way out. But George Akers sniffing an opportunity there to make a significant early impact. Mannequins finds Kilcolly. He and Shrivers together, and they're going to come back for a foul on Jordan Vale. Jean Moretta was the man pointed out. You can't quite believe it. Just a reminder that if we were to be level after 90 minutes here today, it would be extra time, and then, if needed, penalties. We need to have a winner today. It's the reason for the slightly earlier kick-off of 2 o'clock, just in case we do need to go a bit longer. Ollie White in on Illich, but the referee lets it go because Auckland City have the ball through Howison. He skips away, a ball towards the far post. Brought down by Kilcolly. In fact, it's Brotherton over there, who found his way out from left back, and then foul by Reed Drake. Both sides have come out with a real spring in their step in the second half. Some willing challenges, some heated conversations. Ollie White, Andy Bevan and Sam Dewar all having a chat to referee Kelvin Berg at the moment.
Come on, 2 deep.
Manicum gets there ahead of a would-be defender Midgley, but it falls the way of the home side. Morata has Caltac through the back of him, does he? No. Referee Kelvin Berg says it was all okay. That wasn't, though. It was Dewar was holding on to Reed Drake. Auckland City want to get going quickly. Kilcolly, good cross in, headed away by Shrivers. Good defensive header by Taylor Shrivers. Such a key part of this Miramar Rangers back four and Team Wellington during the summer as well. Midgley finds Akers just. Now it's Andy Bevan. He and Brian Caltac have had plenty of battles down the years. Andy Bevan was fairly quiet in the first half. He'd want to get a bit more involved. We know how dangerous he is when he does so. It's Aaron Spain. Was he going to line one up? Bangs it into Brotherton. Up in the air. And flag up on the far side for offside. And you can see that Aaron Spain liked the look of that one as soon as it was played into his path. Just a one touch. And the shot. Auckland City, as I mentioned earlier in the commentary, have scored in every single game this season. Brought down by Bevan, but Dewar getting there ahead of Bale. Akers is away, gets a clip of the heels and then gets away from Howison. Tries a little back heel, but didn't come off. The challenges are really flying in now. And Kelvin Berg's just trying to calm both teams down here because they've both come out as though they've had a shot of something at half-time. The challenges are just getting a little bit hairy. White has freed up Harris Zeb. This is how the first goal was created, by the trickery of Harris Zeb. Gives it back to Ollie White this time. They just about ran out of room over there, but managed to retain it. Broken up though by the Auckland City rear guard, and they'll be able to bring it away. Manicum with those clever feet beats one man, tries to get away from the second, and in fact flag is up for the ball having gone out, and it's going to be a throw to Miramar Rangers. Manicum thought he'd kept it in. Assistant referee on the far side had seen it cross the line. Three other quarterfinals playing out around the country at the moment. Hamilton Wanderers at home to Cashmere Tech. North Shore United hosting Otago University, and Western Suburbs have Melville United as their visitors. Also here in Wellington today. Here's Ollie White. Ollie White into the area. Ollie White could have made it two. Connor Tracy was out. It almost happened in slow motion. Ollie White with the ball at his feet and on goal. Could have squared it perhaps, but went for the shot himself, and Connor Tracy with a crucial save for his side. They come down the other end to Auckland City. Kilcolly can't find Maya Bevan. Thought he was fouled in the act of getting the pass away. And this time there'll be a free kick the way of Miramar Rangers as Mario Beelan came through on White. Found Morata though, and Auckland City will try and bring it away. Sloppy pass out there from Illich. Clever from Dewar. Morata, has he earned a free kick? He has. And his foot trodden on Jean Morata, and referee Kelvin Berg's given a free kick, so an opportunity here for this one to be swung in. Akers and White like the look of it. Plenty of chat out there, I can tell you that. White towards the near post. Shinned away by Illich. Into the 10th minute of the second half, still 1-0 here. Auckland City about to make a change. We're going to see Andrew Blake introduced shortly. Reed Drake hacks that one away. It's with Spain again. Harris Zeb in the sunshine. Mason Smith, lovely turn, Mason Smith. Oh, he's so good in the penalty area. The first touch was lovely, cushioned it beautifully, turned and couldn't find the target, and the change will be made now. And it's going to be Sam Brotherton who makes way for Andrew Blake. Feels like a straight swap. Andrew Blake is a fairly versatile sort of a player. Looks like he'll slip into the left back role as Brotherton makes way. Yeah, indeed, looks as though it's just a straight swap. So both left backs have been replaced. Drake, Maya Bevan into the 6-yard box. Kilcolly couldn't get the connection. And Zach Jones fell on it gratefully. First chance for Blake to get involved. He just slipped at the vital moment. Akers does well to keep that one in and find Moretta with the header. Keltack, good tackle by Brian Keltack. Howison, bit of real estate to work with. Manicum up with him, and Kilcolly finds his way to Manicum, nearly there for Howison again. He wants to get onto his left foot, can't. Bevan across the face of Drake. Blake tackled by Bevan. There's a couple of half opportunities there for Auckland City players to get shots away. It's the referee and they'll carry on. Bit of a break on here. Ollie White and Keltack. Morata streaming through the middle. Jean Morata getting away from Vale. Jean Morata couldn't get it out from under his feet. But a bit of controversy there because that hit the referee and into the path of a Miramar player. And there was certainly an advantage there for Miramar on the break. The referee decided to let it play on. A lot of feeling out there on that patch of grass, folks, I can tell you that. First dozen minutes of the second half have flown by. Auckland City seeking an equaliser. Miramar Rangers looking for what would be a crucial second. Bevan looking for Morata. Just the wrong side of him. Keltack sizing up his options inside his own penalty area. Beelan's who he chooses. This one's forward to Kilcolly, who does well to draw the foul from Taylor Shrivers. Once again, we welcome you in particular those Auckland City fans who are watching from Kiwatea Street and other locations around Auckland. Bevan through to Mason Smith. Good close control by a couple of Miramar players in this current move. Mason Smith can't quite control that one though, just as I say that. Blake lost that one on the sun, I think, and Mason Smith going to try and take advantage, but it was Mario Bielan's defensive effort that stopped his progress. Vale, given away. Here's Ollie White. Mason Smith outside. Sam Mason Smith looking for Morera, cut out by Keltack. Auckland City can't clear it though. All studs up were there by Andrew Blake. Some of the crowd thought so. He got the ball, which was probably handy.
Hit the nines! Hit the nines!
We've had an hour at David Farrington Park. Still just the one goal. João Morera's strike in the 8th minute. Unless I've missed one, I don't think we've had a yellow card yet, which is quite surprising given the willing challenges that have been flying in, particularly in the first 15 minutes of this second half. Kelvin Berg has just about kept the lid on it. Allison's pass is wayward. Nice from Harris Zeb to get away from a would-be tackler, and another. Harris Zeb still going, what a run! They were calling for a foul on Harris Zeb there, but he didn't find favour with the referee. They're still there though, Miramar Rangers. Zeb again, this time can't quite get it out from under his feet. Morera has Akers outside, decides to go himself. Morera across the face of the penalty area. Zeb on the turn, couldn't get the power in the shot. Banging on the door just a little bit, Miramar Rangers. Auckland City down the other end, Manicum. Kilcolly had stayed onside. Nice ball by Blake into the feet of Dylan Manicum. He gets away and is fouled by Harris Zeb, and I think this will be the first yellow card of the contest. Harris Zeb, when he gets to his feet, will find a yellow card presented in his face, so Harris Zeb is the first name into Kelvin Berg's notebook. Again, it's a dangerous set piece position for Auckland City. Howison in charge of delivery again. Manicum, Keltack, Bevan, Bielan, Illich, all up there. Three-man wall this time for Miramar Rangers as they look to repel this latest attacking threat. Plenty of white shirts to aim at for Howison. Delivery's good, away by Mason Smith. Bielan recycles towards the far post, and it's a push given. Push by Bevan.
United are leading Otago University by 2-1.
Sam Mason Smith has just come over to the bench, the Miramar bench, and passed on the information that Sam Dewar might be perhaps struggling out there with injury or fitness. So there could be another change coming for Miramar Rangers in the not too distant future. Here is the substitute, Akers. White couldn't quite find Mason Smith, and Keltack calmly back to Tracy. Nice control by Spain. Zeb, always a bit of excitement when he's got the ball. Couldn't find the pass to Mason Smith that time. Bielan. Kilcolly's away in the sunshine with Shriver's touch tight. Bevan is there, falls the way of Kilcolly. Now Manicum. No shooting angle for Dylan Manicum just yet, but now there might be. Good save by Jones. Rebounds off Akers, and Jones gathers.
George, if you see it, you've got to get back.
Midgley goes long. Keltack wins the header. Bevan with some acrobatics to get the ball ahead of Keltack. Just about given away by Auckland City there. Blake just about completes the clearance, and they now do get it away. Just a bit of sloppiness at the back for Auckland City on occasion today. It's unlike them. They'll be worried more about what's happening going forward though. Vale. Bevan goes to ground. No foul, says referee Berg. Akers hacks it forward and finds Midgley, who's quite a way advanced. Scott Midgley gets away from his man. Mason Smith tries to help it on to Bevan. Keltack flying in. Blake can't clear it. Howison can't quite clear it either. And foul given. Well, I'm not sure if you can feel this coming through your screen, but there is real intensity in this game now. Real intensity. Both sets of substitutes are warming up at the northern end. Bevan, lovely little flick to Manicum. Kukoli ahead. So is Drake. Is Reed Drake. Jordan Vale. And that's going to end up in Miramar School. Now Maya Bevan is apoplectic with the referee here. He believes he was fouled off the ball as he played that ball forward. He is furious that nothing's been given. Scott Midgley just getting a bit of treatment on the sideline. Seems to have a bandage on his right hand as well, which doesn't seem to be affecting him too much. Back into the action, Midgley. No, Sean Midgley is one of the very interested spectators. Sean, good to have you with us on the live stream. Now, a bit of a clash here, and they're going to stop play. Dewar has taken a knock here, so is Morata. And Reed Drake was involved as well, but Sam Dewar looks as though he's the one who's come off worst here. He's
Number 19, Maya Bevan, might have been a bit too grubby to the referee then, and picked up the yellow card.
So in the midst of all of that, I believe that Maya Bevan has picked up a yellow card, almost certainly for his over-vigorous protests. So he joins Harris Zeb in the book. Into the final quarter of the game now. The approach of Miramar Rangers will be fascinating to observe. As the game goes on and you've got a lead, the temptation is to sit deeper and deeper and try and protect that lead. And now Maya Bevan has been sent off in amongst all of this. Well, it's quite extraordinary. That can only be for dissent, for chat, for verbals. But regardless of all of that, Maya Bevan has seen red, and Auckland City are down to 10.
And unfortunately, Mr. Bevan, 2 yellow cards equal a red.
So, if it wasn't hard enough already for Auckland City, they're going to have to get back into this game with 10 men. Maya Bevan makes his way disconsolately down to the sheds at the northern end.
And on comes Hugo Galhomi.
And a change also for Miramar Rangers with Hugo Delhamel into midfield. Sam Dewar has departed. Manicum runs across the face of the area. Ollie White, it was on the ground, actually did a pretty good defensive job there. So just to recap, Delhamel on for Dewar. Maya Bevan sent off. Miramar still lead 1-0. Howison finds Vale and looks for a return pass. White's there with him, and that has gone behind for a corner. Auckland City are going to make a change. We're going to see Adam Mitchell into the game. So it's Jordan Vale who's going to make way for Adam Mitchell. He's going to see the final 20 minutes of this one.
Jordan Vale making way for number 3, Adam Mitchell.
Get your hands off your hips, come on!
Pretty experienced player to have coming on, Adam Mitchell. 4 cap, all white. Howison delivers to the near post, flicked on by Beelan. And calls for handball. It might have been Mitchell, actually. It was challenging at the far post there. What an introduction that would have been. It's gone behind for another corner. In fact, it was Illich. Mitchell in close attendance as well. And another corner for Miramar Rangers to defend. Mannequin lines it up. That one's easily dealt with by Andy Bevan. Less than 20 minutes remaining for Auckland City. Kilcolly, good control in tight areas. Blake charging through midfield. Mannequin and Beelan looking to combine down the left. Couple to aim at in the area for Mario Beelan. The cross is good. Dealt with though by Shrivers. Only as far as Mannequin. Good control in the penalty area. And Miramar Rangers do well to defuse it. Here's a chance for Mason Smith to go one-on-one with Adam Mitchell, who's only just arrived. Bit of a lone ranger at the moment, Mason Smith, although Del Hamel has joined him. Miramar Rangers looking for what would be a crucial second goal here against 10-man Auckland City. Blake gliding forward, ball at feet. Fellow substitute Hugo Del Hamel though is there breaking it up, but it falls to Kilcolly. Of course it comes, here's Reid Drake, and on the line Midgley. Scott Midgley clearing that one off the line from Reid Drake as he looked certain to equalise. Scott Hale's not happy with his Miramar Rangers team, thinks it's far too easy for Auckland City, but Scott Midgley denied them an equaliser there. Corner, Drake takes, not cleared by Miramar at the first attempt, but it can be brought away by Jean Morera. Mitchell and Keltak sprinting back alongside him. Morera has found a pass though to Harris Zeb. Zeb and Blake. Mason Smith is there too. Here's Harris Zeb. Good save by Tracy. Andy Bevan, and Andy Bevan makes it 2-0. Well, he's hardly been seen today, really, but he's off into the corner now and disappears under a crowd of bodies. Really good play by Jean Morera to set Harris Zeb away. Zeb couldn't find the finish, carried out by Tracy, and flying in was Andy Bevan, and he placed a precise shot into the bottom right-hand corner. Connor Tracy couldn't get across quickly enough. He made a good first save of Harris Zeb, but he couldn't stop the second one. And that man, Andy Bevan, pops up to give the home side a 2-0 lead. And with only 16 minutes to go and Auckland City down to 10, it is a long way back now. Jean Morera, a big part of that goal. Held the ball up under challenge from a few players. Ball through the middle for Zeb. Zeb shot saved, but Andy Bevan following up. I think he'll be the first to admit he's had a reasonably quiet game, but big players are able to produce big moments, and Andy Bevan has certainly been that for Miramar Rangers today as far as producing a big moment. His goal comes at a crucial time. Well, I said at the start of the commentary that I think by most measures Auckland City would have been favourites coming into this game. Certainly the slightly more experienced and probably more well-credentialed side, but Miramar Rangers have been excellent today. Really, really good. Angus Kilcolly looking to bite back straight away. Shrivers was having none of it. And Akers just hacks that one down the line. It's gone out and then back in again, so thrown it'll be. Adam Thurston is going to be thrown into the fray for Auckland City. He replaces Mario Illich for the final 15 minutes. Adam Thurston, a goal scorer. So it's really all or nothing now for the visitors. They've got to go for it. Always hard when you're numerically outnumbered, but I'll give it everything. This Auckland City side, plenty of players in this team have been there before. Brian Keltack hasn't got a lot of room to work with down there on the touchline, but he does have a long throw. Adam Mitchell's gone forward to try and get on the end of it. Now the shot comes in from Thurston. His first involvement was a shot on goal. Couldn't quite keep it down, Adam Thurston, but he is a dangerous player. So the job not done yet for Miramar Rangers by any stretch. Still 13 and a half minutes plus stoppages to play here. They do have a 2-0 lead. Morata and Bevan the goal scorers.
5 minutes now.
Mason Smith and Andy Bevan combining well. White in a tough area to receive that pass, but then he was fouled by Adam Thurston. So Ollie White actually did pretty well there. He got a rather unfriendly pass from George Akers, held on to it, drew a foul and diffused a possible counter-attack.
Miramar Rangers go to their bench. Number 17, John Moreira, going off.
Further change for Miramar Rangers. Owen Barnett is into the game for Jean Morata, a goal scorer today and pretty integral to the second one as well. Jean Morata will take a seat for what he hopes will be a fairly relaxing final dozen minutes of this one. Certainly a third now for Miramar Rangers would kill the contest. Ollie White's been more and more influential in this game as it's gone on in the heart of Miramar's midfield.
Behind you! Behind you! Quiet! Fucking hell, boys. Right, 11! Adam! Yeah, tell him! Do the yards!
Zeb has played that one forward. Barnett has only just come off the bench, but Tracy was aware and hacked that one forward. So Owen Barnett into the game. He's played a pretty key role this season, has Owen Barnett. He's featured in every single game. And here is Owen Barnett. Could he be even more crucial here? Good save and then hacked away by Blake. It was almost a fantastic introduction from Owen Barnett, who chases back now. Yeah, 11 starts for Barnett, and this is his 8th appearance off the bench, so he's been in every game. Another free kick for Miramar Rangers. David Farrington Park just about to, just starting to cut up just a little bit in the area that Midgley's taken that free kick from. There's just a bit of evidence of some chopping up of the ground there. As we tick over the 80-minute mark. Time the enemy now of Auckland City as they look for a way back into this one. Just reminding you that they're down to 10 with the red card shown to Maya Bevan. His namesake, spelt differently though, Andy Bevan, shortly after that, scored Miramar's second goal to add to João Moreira's 8th-minute strike. So it's really all about game management now for Miramar Rangers as they look to defend this 2-0 lead. So both teams have used their 3 allowed substitutes. Allison delivers. Mitchell rose high, one of those subs, but no power on the header, and Zach Jones very casually chests it down, takes it out towards the edge of his area, soaks up a few seconds and then picks it up. Clean sheet for Zach Jones up to this point. Del Hamel calm in midfield for Miramar. Akers to Barnett. Full of running is Owen Barnett. Goes inside Mitchell. Thurston is back, helping out. Allison picks up the scraps in midfield. He's got plenty ahead, including Keltack, who's joining the attacking fray. Allison again. White is with him. Good defensive work by Ollie White. And is he fouled in the penalty area? No, he's not. Manicum! Just wide from Dylan Manicum. I thought that was a foul on Ollie White in the penalty area, not given by Kelvin Berg. And it fell to Dylan Manicum. The angle wasn't particularly friendly, but he got good contact on it and just defeated that post. Well, that would have certainly set us up for a grandstand finish here. We still might have 8 minutes to go, plus stoppages. Mason Smith wins the header. Beelan there ahead of Andy Bevan though. Murray Beelan actually got a bit lucky there and is fouled by Del Hamel, is he? Yes, he is. So Murray Beelan didn't look favourite to get that one back, but it fell to him, and it'll be another free kick situation for Auckland City. They've thrown everybody bar Blake forward. And even Blake now's thinking about it because Miramar have brought everybody back. So apart from Connor Tracy, just about everybody is in Auckland City's attacking third at the moment. Clearance affected by Midgley. Back to Blake. Towards the far stick. Headed back across goal, and then the shot from Drake, headed away by Midgley. Drake again tries to place it. Shrivers with a header this time. And Miramar Rangers are just about going to survive this. Beelan with the shot has taken a deflection and will be a corner. Well, Reed Drake had a couple of opportunities there to put one on the back of the net. Midgley and Shrivers were there to prevent Jones from having to make a save. But they'll have some more defending to do now. Another corner. Thurston with this one. Jones comes and claims. Well, it's nothing a team likes more when you're ahead with time running out, to see your goalkeeper coming out and commanding his 6-yard box like that. 6 minutes to go.
Andy, come on! Everyone, come on!
Scott Hales is imploring his troops to wring everything out of themselves and bring this one home. A place in the Chatham Cup semi-finals is up for grabs. Bevan is back defending. A real outlet apart from Mason Smith at the moment. There's no one forward for Miramar, although Bevan's going to go off on a run. Doesn't get there because Thurston's back doing some donkey work for his side. Drake finds Manicum. Thurston takes it off him. Beelan is up with them. Mario Beelan, and the header this time from Kilcolly. Nothing like the connection he was after. And that perhaps sums up the day for Auckland City. It's been close on occasion, but nowhere near close enough. Manicum again causing trouble in the penalty area. Dylan Manicum. Kilcolly with the shot. Shrivers gets the block in. And then Caltac coming through on White. And Caltac's actually come off worse there. It'll be a free kick to Miramar Rangers, I fancy, but both players winded. Brian Caltac is up onto his knees now. Ollie White is down on his haunches. Reasonably sure this will be a Miramar Rangers free kick. Unless Kelvin Berg thinks he was just stopping it because of the injuries to the players, and perhaps it'll be a drop ball. Well, Miramar Rangers won't at all be at home to a drop ball.
Whose ball is it? Thank you. Thanks. I'll do it then.
Miramar coach Scott Hales just yelled from about 50 yards away asking the referee what the decision was. Kelvin Berg responded by saying it's a Miramar free kick. So this will be a really impressive win for Miramar Rangers so far in the Chatham Cup this year. They've had relatively straightforward victories, beating Havelock North 5-0, North Wellington 4-1 and Lower Hutt 4-1. Two and a half minutes plus stoppages to go. Brian Caltac has come off, leaving Auckland City down to 9 for the meantime. He wants to come back on. Seems to be a bit of confusion. Ollie White's had to go off to come back on again as well. It's a rather unusual rule, this one, that you have to go off before you can be welcomed back on.
No, George, he's coming on.
Now both players are back into the game. Miramar now just have to see this one out. Aris Zeb gets away from a would-be challenge. Here's Zeb, can he put a cherry on top of a good performance? Here's Ollie White. And couldn't quite find the finish. Zeb's been good today. Set up the first goal, always dangerous with ball at feet. Brian Caltac has won his side a free kick. Very much the last chance saloon now for Auckland City. They have to score here and then throw the dice for whatever added time there be, which will be probably, I would say, at least 3 or 4 minutes. Thurston lines it up into a crowded penalty area off the shoulder of Kilcolly, I think, and then Zach Jones gratefully saw that looping towards him. And that might just about be that for Auckland City. Zeb again, still got a bit of running in him. Barnetta screaming for the ball over towards the left. White can't quite find him because Thurston's in the way. Akers charging forward. There's Barnett again. And now George Akers. Be a goal kick. We're in the final minute of regulation time. Fourth official Adam Clark has the board. And we're told there's going to be an extra 5 minutes at the end of this one, minimum. So there is time, certainly, for Auckland City to find a fingernail back into this one. The trademark patience is still there from our visitors. They're not just willing to lump it forward. Mitchell tries to, and it was a rather sliced attempt. So Miramar Rangers now with a chance to soak up some seconds, or maybe even look for a third goal. Ollie White still full of running. So is Cam Howson, to be fair. These two have had a running battle all day. And Howson knew there that he'd put a hand on Ollie White and helps his opponent, or tries to his feet. You've got to give it to Cameron Howson. He hasn't stopped running all day for Auckland City. It's been at the heart of their engine room, as he usually is. And Ollie White the same. He has covered every blade of grass at David Farrington Park today. But Miramar Rangers must believe now they are very nearly there. They are very nearly Chatham Cup semi-finalists for 2021. Be fair to say they haven't exactly thrown men forward for this set piece. Shrivers, Spain, Midgley, Zeb, Akers, White are all back. In fact, there's nobody in the penalty area at all for Miramar Rangers. The home side in absolutely no hurry. Kelvin Berg will have seen all of this before and will no doubt add some seconds at the end of the allotted 5. Here's Barnett into the penalty area. That's off Mitchell. Hasn't gone out. Still there for Barnett. He's crowded out. And Auckland City with very much the last couple of throws of the dice now. Classy from Howson inside his own penalty area. Blake looks up, sees Manicum and Kilcolly up with him. Manicum and Spain together. And Aaron Spain is going to just about see that one out, is he? Really good defending from Aaron Spain. He's another who's had a very solid game today on the right side of Miramar's defence. And the dangerous Dylan Manicum, powerless to do anything as Spain shepherded that one out. We've had 2 of the extra 5.
Grind it out. Yours not too far. Yes, Kelvin.
Western Suburbs now leading Melbourne by 1 goal to 0 out at Never Park, with Melbourne playing with 10 men.
Beelan wins another header. Manicum has still got a bit of running left in him. So has Blake. Kilcolly.
George, you got another one. George, another one.
They're desperate for something, and it was just a slip at the inopportune moment for Blake. Kilcolly flying in. I think he actually got the ball there, but it was the manner of the tackle that caught the ire of Kelvin Berg. A bit reckless from Angus Kilcolly. No card though, just a free kick given.
And the result is just 3 from at Never Park, with West winning 1 goal to 0.
George, drop. George, no. Come down. Marty, no. Go on.
Auckland City desperate now to try and get the ball and get it forward. Reid Drake is put under pressure by Mason Smith and by Andy Bevan. In combination, they take it off him, and now possession is everything in this game. Kilcolly's won it back off Mason Smith. Drake is there as well, looking for Manicum, but the ever-present Midgley gets there first, back to Jones, who clears up into touch. We're into the final minute of the extra 5 that is the minimum to be added. Last chance for Auckland City to get something from this one. It's a cross goal. It's there for Beelan. He sets it up for Blake. into the area, and Mitchell, and it bounces favourably into the hands of Zach Jones, and this time that really will just about be that. We're 10 seconds short of the added 5. Bevan and Zeb are off on a run. Mason Smith is all alone in the middle. Andy Bevan, though, knows that just holding on to the football is all they have to do. We've had the extra 5 minutes, just a few seconds left for Miramar to negotiate. Kelvin Berg decides we've still got time to play. George Akers heads for the corner. They're in exactly the right part of the pitch, Miramar Rangers, and have won a free kick deep in enemy territory. And this one is done. I'd be very surprised if this one goes into the penalty area, because again there are no black and blue shirts there. Akers wins a throw. Check of the watch from Kelvin Berg. Still time to play, he says. We've now had 6 extra minutes and we're still going, says Kelvin Berg. Must be enjoying himself here. But they're enjoying themselves at David Farrington Park even more, because with the final blast of the whistle, Kelvin Berg has brought proceedings to a close. A famous victory for Miramar Rangers here at home. They extend their unbeaten run at their beloved David Farrington Park to 22 matches. 22 matches unbeaten here. Goals in the first half from Jean Morera and the second from Andy Bevan. Maya Bevan sent off for Auckland City, which certainly didn't help their cause. But on the face of things, Miramar Rangers perhaps just wanted it a little bit more today. A really assured performance from a couple of players, Shrivers and Midgley, secure at the back. Ollie White, immense in midfield, and up front, the goals through Morera and through Bevan. And I mentioned too of Harris Zeb, who was busy all day and involved in the creation of both of those goals. For Auckland City, well, their cup run comes to an end. They'll concentrate on the league now and look to add another piece of silverware to their bulging trophy cabinet. But they won't be picking up a Chatham Cup, not in 2021. Miramar Rangers still very much alive and in the pot for the semi-final draw, which will happen during the week. It's been a great pleasure to bring you this live stream. Hope you've enjoyed the action from David Farrington Park in Wellington, and we're going to leave you with the highlights of a pulsating game of Chatham Cup football, which is finished Miramar Rangers 2, Auckland City 0.
We believe in supporting and nurturing our extended sporting whānau, working towards promoting a healthy group activity that kids, parents and friends love. We want everyone to feel invited. It is in our DNA. We are accessible to all. We are football in Aotearoa. We are the beautiful game and we are proud to be the largest sporting whānau in New Zealand.